Why don't we fall in love? Why don't we? Is this one thing that got me tripping? Is this one thing you got me tripping? You dig? Hello, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. I am live. Oh, yes, the notifications are out. Yes, I see it popping up on my phone. Okay, please get those likes up when you come on in, baby. You know the routine. It affects the algorithm. It affects the algorithm. Okay, hey, Mr. Universe. What you was talking about me? Oh, you was just thinking about me. Oh. Let me hold on for a second, y'all. I'm trying to put something in the chat on my phone. There's a few things to talk about. I was live yesterday, and we will go over one more thing that I talked about last night. Please get those likes up. Okay. Give me a quick second. Got 6 people in here. I hope that you are enjoying your Sunday so far. Mr. Universe, what did you eat? What time did you eat and what did you eat? Can you cook? You are Caribbean, Do you know how to season your food up and cook good? Okay. So I want to talk about what's going on with Dame Dash, Aaliyah, Jay-Z, Jackiana, just to name a few. Okay, so let's just jump right on in. What's the first thing I want to talk about? Let's see. First thing I want to talk about is, let me show you something funny that I had showed in my shorts.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? Oh, what's the matter?
Okay.
Hit me?
Come on, you don't have to. No, she's pregnant.
No.
Babe, we're gonna call the police.
No, she can sit her ass right there. You can sit your ass right there.
I'm gonna get our shit.
Babe, we're calling the police. What are you talking about?
You can behave.
We're calling the police.
You like that? You like that? Oh, you're gonna videotape me? Is it like that? Is it like that, black lady? Black lady? Oh, what's the matter?
Okay.
Hit me?
Come on, you don't have to. No, she's pregnant.
No.
Babe, we're gonna call the police.
No, she can sit her ass right there.
That was just too funny. Not everybody sees my shorts. This had me just laughing so much. Black lady, black lady. Girl, please stop stereotyping us. And there was someone on a different platform who said, oh, well, y'all do act like that. We don't all act like that. And even if some of us do act like that when we get pissed off, rightfully so fucking what? I'm getting to a point where I'm not apologizing for certain stuff. I'm not a stereotype, but if I do get pissed off with you and you did something to me and my neck starts to roll, what you gonna do about it? Is that a problem to you if that happens? Is that offending you that my body is expressing my disdain for you with a neck roll? Does that make what my anger less valid? I can't be angry. Does it make me wrong because you saw my neck turn? Does that mean that I'm wrong and you're right? Please get over it. I'm so tired of people always trying to stereotype us, or if there's certain things that, yes, we do culturally do sometimes. So fucking what? Other groups got things with them too. Okay? And I'm not saying I want to be a stereotype. I'm not saying that I'm a shenane. But okay, it's true that we're known to, our body reacts a certain way sometimes when we get very expressive in our disdain. Okay, that neck roll or that hand on that hip, that is a Black American thing from our culture. You got a problem with it? Is it hurting you? Is it hurting you? Is it gonna hurt you? No, it's just something that you want to use against me to why you feel I shouldn't get any more respect from somebody else because, oh, look at that stereotype. Look at that. Oh, gosh, that neck now started to roll. So what? You get pissed off, some of y'all in different cultures, and y'all do stuff. But everything always got to stick with us all the time. Okay? And I don't want to be a stereotype. I don't like to keep stereotypes going and everything like that. But damn. Okay? Ooh, Mr. Universe said I had rice and peas with fried chicken and salad. Ooh, it sounds so good. Feed me. Feed me, please. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Speaking of race stuff.
Mariah Carey's label was determined to make her blackness as invisible as possible. When she first hit the scene, many people genuinely did not know she was black, and that wasn't an accident. In reading Mariah Carey's memoir, she talks a lot about how Tommy Mottola and Sony carefully curated her image to make sure she didn't appear too urban, even down to her hair. Mariah says there were concerns about her curls looking too ethnic, and there was pressure for her to look more racially ambiguous for mainstream audiences. Meanwhile, musically, Mariah had always been deeply rooted in black artistic expressions. She grew up loving gospel, soul, R&B, and hip-hop. She does talk in her book about having a complicated relationship with her blackness. Mariah was primarily raised by her white mother and wasn't very close to her black father and siblings. She felt isolated and racially confused at times. Mariah gained more creative control with her Butterfly album, and it became a cultural turning point for her. She embraced hip-hop collaborations with the likes of Jermaine Dupri and Da Brat, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Escape. Wearing her curls more naturally and singing in her soulful style, it felt like people were finally meeting the real Mariah, not the carefully manufactured pop princess. So like Whitney, she was marketed more bubblegum pop to start off, but eventually transitioned into a more culturally defined sound. Mariah Carey's label was determined to make her blackness as invisible as possible. When she first hit the
Y'all know how I feel about Mariah Carey. I consider Mariah Carey to be the queen of R&B. Yes, I said it. Her catalog speaks for itself. No one can tell me any different. She is the queen of R&B to me. You know, Mary J. Blige is the queen of R&B, hip hop, soul. Mariah is the queen of R&B. She has the most number one hits in history of any woman, and she wrote most of them. I ain't playing when it come to her. And Mariah Carey has been so proud of her blackness, her being half black. She really has never, I mean, look, when you look at Mariah Carey back in the day, I could tell that she's half black. It's not difficult to tell. But for some people, I could see her maybe saying she's Portuguese. I think her mother used to try to make her claim to be Portuguese. If she were to say she was Portuguese or Sicilian or Irish, there would be some people who might believe it, especially Portuguese or Sicilian, because that's considered what they call spicy white, or Welsh. Those are white people who look like they got something else going on up in the background, but you don't know for sure. Those type of groups. So, you know, she is biracial. She is half black. She's a part of the race. I love Mariah. She don't bother nobody. She wasn't ashamed of, singing with soul. She wasn't ashamed to date a black man and have kids with a black man. Mariah Carey doesn't seem to have identity issues. She always said that she was half black and white, that she did identify as black because that's how it was in the country. But yeah, I have her book. I have her book. I have to read some of it. But her other sister, who passed away not too long ago, she said, you know, they were raised with her father, and Mariah was raised with her mother. So, you know, being raised with the mom and all the racism they were going through, it wasn't like today where, I mean, there's always been people who were biracial, but it wasn't as accepted or as common as you see today. There's more biracials today. Now, don't get me started. Yes, we know about the slave days. I'm talking about in the open, couples together in the open, families out together in the open, accepted, not against the law. That type of thing. You see more of that today than you ever have in the history of this country. So Mariah Carey grew up going through some things. You better believe that. And she was with Tommy Mottola. Michael Jackson said that Tommy Mottola was a racist, and that Mariah Carey was allegedly afraid of him, and that he was trying to control her image. And yeah, if that's the case, yeah, Tommy didn't want her to probably let the public know that she was half black. He didn't want to make her too urban. He probably thought that might ruin her career. Even though she was singing pop music a lot at the time, she always wanted to work with black artists, but the company didn't always want that. They didn't want her career to go a certain way, but it worked out perfectly fine. Mariah Carey is the perfect blend of R&B and pop and everything. She has such good, amazing music to me. I love Mariah Carey. She's a legend and the queen of R&B. So let's get into Jackie.
Jackie Aina has deactivated her TikTok account following all the backlash that she has received over the last 24 hours. Now, fans are calling her out for not backing up Black creator Painted by Esther and siding more with Patrick Ta, on top of shading Black-owned business Juvia's Place. There's a lot of discourse, there's a lot of comments, and ultimately it got to Jackie Aina and she got ran off TikTok as of right now. Now, I'm pretty sure she'll take a couple hours or days off and then come back like nothing ever happened.
Now, I have to be honest with you. I didn't always know who Jackie Aina was. I don't follow her. I still don't follow her. It was nothing personal. I just don't follow her, but she's extremely popular. She's one of the few Black women in the beauty space that made it big. I'm talking millions of dollars. It just doesn't happen for the average Black woman in the beauty makeup space. It doesn't. And from what I hear, she's half Black American and half Nigerian. That having a lot of Africans who follow her is huge for her. That's a part of why she's so successful as well, making that big old money, big money. Well, apparently she has been canceled by people. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm looking at some of these videos right along with you. Let's see some of the details of why they're trying to cancel this woman now.
Jackie girl, how did you get involved in all this? I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was really confused as to why the girlies was getting mad at Miss Aina. I was like, when did she get into the equation of things?
As of a few hours ago, it was reported that Jackie Aina is taking a break from TikTok.
Jackie Aina is currently getting dragged, and if you're on that side of social media and you have been wondering, how did we even get here? How is Jackie Aina being dragged for what Patrick Ta did? I am going to explain to you guys in a very short, simple way so that you guys can have an idea of how each part played a role in how we get into Jackie Aina being the only one actually receiving the jabs right now. So in June of 2019, Juvia's Place launched their first foundation. And according to the information that I was able to get online, beauty influencers, the likes of Jackie Aina, the likes of Alicia Ashley, these people ignored the launch. And then there is Juvia's Place reposting Jeffree Star praising this product. And Jeffree allegedly called Jackie Aina gorilla. And this same person has been accused of using the N-word. So fast forward to October of 2021, Jackie Aina launched Forever Mode. And one of the products was named Sorosuke. If you don't know what Sorosuke means, Sorosuke is a slogan that was extracted during the End SARS protest in Nigeria. And that was a protest to end police brutality. When she launched Forever Mode and named one of the products Sorosuke, people were telling her that she was cosplaying Nigeria and that she's only trying to benefit from the pain of people, from people's deaths, apparently. And when that happened, the owner of Juvia's Place, Chichi, got on Twitter and she accused Jackie Aina of so many things, which one of it is Jackie Aina not being pro-Black, Jackie Aina sleeping with a married man, and saying that she needs to focus on the starving children in Africa instead of bullying Black businesses. And around the same time as well, Black American creator had said that Jackie's company reached out to him and they said they were going to give him one of the candles and as well publicity as compensation for promoting our product. Jackie jumped into the comment section to defend the entire situation and they said that Jackie Aina is a gaslighter. Fast forward to December of 2024, Black influencer Avona Sunshine was going viral then for destroying a Patrick Ta product. I think it's a blush or something during that time.
I'm sick of seeing companies profit off of the Black dollar and they're not paying Black creators.
And this person said that Patrick Ta never paid her for the work. And just so you guys know, Jackie Aina and Patrick Ta seems to be friends, according to what I'm getting from this entire story. And when this creator came online to accuse Patrick Ta of not paying her, Patrick Ta did an apology video, which I think he uploaded twice because maybe the first one did not appear emotional enough.
Jackie Aina has deactivated her TikTok account.
Okay, so I don't know if I hope you can hear everything. So what I'm getting from this is that they're claiming that she is not pro-Black, that she's not pro-Black. Now, from what I hear, she's half Nigerian, half Black American. And the Nigerians are claiming that she's just trying to profit off of their money and doesn't give a damn about what's going on with kids or something in Nigeria, something to do with a beauty product. Now, here's the thing. A woman said that a non-black beauty company used her, as they usually do, the top black influencers, to sell products, but they did not pay her. And the man who is the owner of that company is friends with Jackie Aina, the non-black man. And I guess she defended him, and maybe she did not side with the black woman who said that motherfucker ain't paying me my money. That's what I'm getting from this, allegedly. So now she has deactivated her account, and they're saying she ain't really for the black people. One thing that woman said that stood out to me is that these companies, look, Asian people make the wigs and everything. They make everything for all races of people. They dominate manufacturing. They do. But I had said a year or two ago, a lot of them got their ideas on how to improve products by watching Black American women on YouTube putting makeup on the lace front. So now they got tinted lace spray or bleached knots for your wigs. All of this innovation came from Black American women, but Black American women don't have the tools or the manufacturing or the factory or the workers to make these wigs. So what they do, they come on here and they steal the ideas from Black American women in the beauty space, make their products better, Black women buy it up, and then they get rich. Or they steal the pictures of Black women right here on YouTube and they put them on their websites without their permission, and because it's in Asia, the Black women can't even sue them to get paid for them stealing their photos. I see this constantly because we don't have the power that they have, and they know it. And they give them crumbs. Okay, market this beauty product, market this wig. We'll use a certain promo code and you'll rack up with a discount or some type of money. And it's already been proven that Black women in the beauty space are not even getting paid like white women. White women are making thousands to millions, and Black women are getting crumbs. Racism still. Now, Jackie Aina is one of the only ones that made it huge and got millions of dollars. It's very rare. Okay? So they're after her now, saying she ain't for the Black woman because of what happened with that man, not paying her money and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with Jackie Aina. Okay? I don't know if she's going to recover from this. Also, Black people, there are Black people who have makeup companies. Y'all don't pour into them. Y'all complain a lot about stuff that's true, but you also don't pour into Black-owned companies. That's why we're at the bottom. Even though we're only 13%, if Black people globally were purchasing from each other, you would have a lot more money. Yes, I know about the diaspora war, FBA versus non-FBA. Yes, being Black American is an ethnicity, and we're going to stand by that if you have a problem with it. That doesn't mean you can't work together in business. It doesn't mean you can't be friends. Get what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go to the next thing.
And what happened to the passport bros? Why we don't hear about them no more?
They found out that those women don't really like them. Oh, so I don't know what they were thinking. They were thinking because they can go to Dominican Republic, Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, and pick up some girls over there. They think that they have the swag. They have what it takes to get women out of those countries. No, man, they never liked you. They were not into you. They were after your money, and that was about it. That was about it. And nowadays, with the situation that we have here in the States, many of these women, they don't really want to come over here. They would like to take your money, make you spend as much money as they can, and just push you out of the door. That's it. That's it. If you don't have what it takes to get a woman here in the States, you're not going to have what it takes to get a woman in those countries. You know why? Because most of the time, the men in the Dominican Republic, Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, they got more swag. And usually those women, they like their own guys. They were just using you to take your money, and you thought that you were a Brad Pitt in those countries. I know that very well.
Okay, I see you in the chat. Hey, Guilty Angel. I see you in the chat saying men with earrings gross. Men with dangling earrings are bisexual, in my opinion. Don't no heterosexual man wear no dangling earrings. If he does, something suspect with him. He said that if you can't get a woman in America, you can't get no woman in another country. I agree and disagree. Everything changes when money is involved. When these guys are going to these other countries and they got some money, they can get some of the best looking women. Do those women actually love them? Hell no. But they're poor. They need somebody to take care of them. They hungry and all of that. And they'll deal with it. They'll play their role. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Poppy Chulo. Poppy Chulo. Mira, mira, mira. Grande, grande eggplant. Yeah, Papi. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama, Papi? Yeah, yeah. You know, that's what they do. Well, you look so handsome. You're so handsome. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? I will serve you anything you want to eat, Papi. Come over. Come to mi casa. Come over. You know. So they got game, a lot of those women in those other countries. And I've heard some horror stories. I've heard of the passport bros getting robbed. I've heard of some of them getting beat up. I've heard of some of them catching you know what and coming back home with it. So they have been kind of quiet. I think they're finding out that women are still women no matter where you go, baby. Okay? All right. So let's get into Dame Dash. Damn. When I saw this picture, I said, oh, no wonder Aaliyah chose Dame. I mean, damn, Dame looked damn good here. I mean, he looked good back in the day, you know, looked like he was smelling good and shit. I never liked his personality though. I don't know how Aaliyah and him got together because he seemed like a butthole. He seemed mean up to me. He got a smart ass mouth. As a matter of fact, let me look up his damn zodiac sign. Damon Dash, I respect a man who hustles. I respect a man who hustles legally and is about making his money. I gotta keep it real with you. It's smexy. But his personality, he's loud. I can't deal with no smart mouth man. We're gonna end up getting in an argument. May 3rd. Let me see what's his zodiac sign. Let me see. He is a Taurus. Oh, damn. Oh, hell no. Them Taurus men whoop women's asses, from what I hear. Them Taurus men like to fight. They're the bull. It's true. I know someone who dated a Taurus said, don't you ever date, don't fuck with them. They will fight you. They crazy. They're mentally ill, jealous, insecure, and they're violent. A number of them. So that's what he is. So him and Jay-Z have had a beef for a while. At least the men. They've had a beef for a while. And people swear to God that Dame Dash is jealous of Jay-Z. Look, Dame Dash helped build Rockefeller. Dame Dash said that Jay-Z is a snake. He always tries to fuck the women that he dates. He goes behind people's back with shady deals. I mean, he said you can't trust Jay-Z. And there have been other people like Jaguar Wright who said, no, you can't trust his ass. He dirty. Jaguar Wright claims she saw Jay-Z having sex with a man. I don't know how true it is. She then retracted some of what she said. Okay, so Dame Dash was doing a video. Well, from what I hear, Jay-Z tried to holler at Aaliyah. She wasn't interested. And then she went to Dame. Okay, so let's see. He's on a podcast and he's talking about Aaliyah and Jay-Z. Let's see what's going on.
She died with Aaliyah. Her name is Gina Smith. She's in the last photo Aaliyah took to the right, behind Aaliyah's bodyguard. I found out Gina was adopted. I also found out she attended Fort Worth Southwest High School. So when I saw her coffee mug being sold on eBay, apparently it was acquired at an estate sale from her mother. I had that delivered to me as soon as possible, and I'm glad I did it. When I look at Gina, caramel complexion, short haircut, she reminds me of this man's wife. They step out of Chicago. There are times I pretend that's me and her, and we're out just stepping.
Dream of love. You're in.
Because she ain't Aaliyah. You spoke.
Will you let me talk or no?
Yes.
So you not just don't talk for now. Just let me just say something, please.
Go.
So what I said was she reminds me of a little white, a lesbian Aaliyah. I never compared her music to her music. And you don't know Aaliyah. I did. So if Aaliyah was white, she probably would be, because white people are a little darker. Aaliyah wasn't dark. Nicolette's a little dark. Aaliyah was not a lesbian. Nicolette is a lesbian. And then they have humor that are almost very similar. And then she has movements that I know that you don't, that remind me. I never said anything about music. So that's such a racist and putting someone in a box kind of a thing. I could say what the fuck I want about Aaliyah. That was my girl. Y'all didn't know Aaliyah like that. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me how to celebrate Aaliyah? Every person and every woman that's around me, if I don't see an element of Aaliyah, I don't fuck with her. So every single girl around me, I'm gonna compare her to Aaliyah. Don't tell me how to give Aaliyah her props. You don't know my connection with Aaliyah or how we talk today, but I celebrate and worship Aaliyah and celebrate our love every day, and every woman around me loves that about me. If I don't see Aaliyah in a girl, I don't fuck with that girl. So don't tell me what to say about Aaliyah. How dare you say some shit like that? It's offensive to the queen. Every time I say her name, it's worship toward her. Fuck you mean? And I don't sign artists. I do partnerships with them. I don't own anybody. I never signed Jay-Z. So don't tell me you don't understand certain business verbiage and you judge it, and that's the devil talking. Because it then becomes not the truth. And it becomes other people's truth, and it's not real. You have to understand the business before you talk about it. You have to understand the person before you talk about it. You tell a man that's mourning over a woman he loves what to say about her, who he could compare her to. You don't know her. You didn't know her. None of y'all knew her. The fuck y'all talking about?
So I didn't know her the way that you did.
You didn't know her at all.
But I met her a couple times.
That means you met her.
Hold on.
You didn't know her.
I met her a couple times.
You didn't know her.
But as a fan of Aaliyah.
You didn't know her.
Hold on. As a fan.
You didn't know her.
Right. This isn't a competition.
You didn't know her.
Oh, no, I didn't. But
so
I
then
know
don't tell me what.
Licky
Then you
is
don't.
not,
and I didn't say she was. So stop saying it. Move on.
But don't you think
move
referencing
on? I already.
Her,
I
don't
just
you
told.
think referencing
Don't tell
her
me.
in
I
that
just
way
told you
was
how I felt about that. No.
So you thought it wasn't?
I think it's disrespectful for you to tell Aaliyah's man when she died how to fucking mourn her. That's disrespectful. Now go ask your heterosexual therapist, and he tell you something different. Go get a gay one.
I don't want a gay therapist.
I'm going to just go ahead and say it. The way that Dame Dash talks about Aaliyah makes me uncomfortable because he talks about her as though he owned her and her legacy. Like he's the only one who should have a say in anything about Aaliyah because she was his property. I don't know. It's just uncomfortable for me. And that's outside of the fact that the way that he does talk about her seems disrespectful to his current partner. But here's what he said on the Jason Lee show when Jason was interviewing him.
I could say what the fuck I want about Aaliyah. That was my girl. Y'all didn't know Aaliyah like that. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me how to celebrate Aaliyah? Every person and every woman that's around me, if I don't see an element of Aaliyah, I don't fuck with her. So every single girl around me, I'm gonna compare it to Aaliyah. Don't tell me how to give Aaliyah her props. You don't know my connection with Aaliyah or how we talk today.
Now, props to Jason Lee because he was able to stay so calm in these moments where it felt like Dame Dash was being overly challenging, which seems like his baseline. I don't know. Also, Dame Dash and Aaliyah dated for about a year before she lost her life in that plane accident. 1 year, and she was a 22-year-old woman. Who knows what would have happened between then and now had they continued to date? Like 22 is so young. You change so much from 22 to now. So for him to say this, it just feels like a bit of a control thing. And also, I don't know what kind of chip Dame Dash got on his shoulder, but he need to go see somebody about that.
I could say what the I want about Aaliyah. That was my girl. Bro, my heart was broken.
Yeah.
My heart's still broken. I was never prepared to be, I fell in love with her by accident. Mm-hmm. And it was a feeling I never knew could exist, and it got taken from me.
Earlier you said something. I didn't know Aaliyah, but she was the most beautiful. I only met her twice.
Yes.
She was the most beautiful girl, nice.
Why you think she was in love with me and I was in love with her?
The reason
I must be an angel.
How did you two even connect? Because you're very different.
Jay was trying to get at her. I was trying to get at her. A lot of people was trying to get at her. That night at Puff's party, I think because everyone was so corny, and what it was because you see those pictures like Jay's, over, and that's why I was like, I didn't even want the people to know. And I guess Jay was like, I'll take that, like make it look like he was whatever. All right, glad, but I'm going home with her.
Oh, wow.
We did what happened, and I remember going down the steps and telling Jay, and it wasn't the usual reaction. Like, oh, okay, it was like, you know, this is going to be bad for me.
But you guys locked in after that.
Nah, he went and did a project with R. Kelly. We locked out.
No, you and her locked
after
in.
That,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
No, after that, it was
I mean, you guys were almost inseparable.
Inseparable,
yeah.
Bro. Every second.
Let's go back really quickly. You talked about they destroyed Aaliyah.
I just don't know what happened. I know that a grown man was f***ing her and f***ing her when she was a child.
You know, the reason I was asked,
I know this for a fact.
We had K. Michelle here where she said when R. Kelly when all that was happening, that there were mothers in the kitchen cooking.
It's a very f***ed up situation. Right. It's so many layers of gray areas and smoke. I don't have direct answers. I just go by logic.
I really respect how you held her down when she passed away, because for those fans like me who had been able to meet her and then fall in love with her and then see like she was on this meteoric rise like right at that time.
She didn't deserve what happened.
Right.
And I couldn't protect her. So how do you think that makes me feel? The biggest problem with us is our cognitive skills and our reading skills. If a kid doesn't know how to read by the time he's in the second grade, they build a jail cell. And then when they go to jail, they give them all these drugs. There's so many issues that I'm dealing with. And if you ran for office, you know what it is to pass a law, then you should teach it. Because no one taught you how to run for office, and that's an issue. You know what else is an issue? Most of the school books that we were educated were made by Mossad. Did you know that?
No.
That's the thing that you need to know.
Who is that for people that don't know?
Ghislaine Maxwell's father, remember the one with SP, the father, is a Mossad agent, and his job was to make school books for American children. Do the research. I just think we're too distracted with bullshit. And we need to know the fight and our problems so we can fix them. Why are we so worried about bullshit? Because we can't read. And why? Because we're teaching the old curriculum that Thomas Jefferson implemented for black people to learn how to listen to white people. And we still have the same curriculum now. So we need to know our issues. And regardless of how we feel, you know, unless you get a law passed, it doesn't matter. Do they teach us how to pass laws? No. Why? So I've spent a lot of time with principals, with politicians, congressmen, running up in jails. No press for that. They don't want to ever see me do God's work. But we don't talk about God's work. We talk about the devil's work from 20 years ago when I was a kid. Why don't we talk about what I've done as an adult and how much I pushed the needle in action, not words? That's what I don't understand. That's why the narrative is f***ed up. Y'all never talk about God. You only talk about the devil. I think that my career is based on Rockefeller. That was 20 years ago. I've done so much more, so much bigger things. Like that was like the beginning of my life. It was one chapter. And there was so many other chapters that have affected this world besides that. But it seems like the only way they can stay relevant is by talking about me. And I don't understand why I'm the topic of conversation all the time. This shit was 20 years ago. Why am I still the topic of conversation if it's not to stay relevant? No one can stay relevant without me. So I just don't think that anyone will talk about Jay-Z or Rockefeller if you don't bring up my name.
Well, see, if you become a regular on the Jason Lee Show, we're not going to ask all those things all the time, but you haven't been here, so we do have to ask for our audience the questions that
No,
I and they want to hear.
That wasn't a personal attack on you.
Yeah.
That was me just telling you how I felt.
I get it.
So it wasn't meant to trigger you. It was meant
I'm not
to
triggered.
Okay. It was meant to tell everyone that, bro, y'all gonna come up here and the people from the devil's demographic are only gonna clip up the stuff about Jay-Z. And then they're gonna say that I'm the one that's always talking about him. And that's where the issue comes in. Why you think so many men wanna act like women?
What you pointing at me for? I don't act
You
like
fuck with dudes. That's
yeah, but I'm more than a lot of you roll with. Let me tell you something. Y'all have friends that suck dick and don't even know.
But why would it want to say
I don't know why they do. You gotta ask your friends.
Why you
gotta ask your friends. But when
why you don't like girls?
You're assuming, but for you to point at me,
you get mad. You always get mad.
Not mad. I'm just.
I want to know why you a man that doesn't like girls.
Challenge your theory
I'm
that
asking you why you don't like girls. And by the way, I've had this epiphany. God doesn't give you direct messages. The way God communicates is you have to figure out life, right? Who else does that? Women. Women don't tell you shit. You got to figure them out. It's a godly way. What creates life? Women. Mm-hmm. So if God was betrayed by the devil would be betraying him by pretending he was God. That's what man does all day. Man pretends they run the world. But women should run the world because they're the closest thing to God in the way they communicate. So before I say he or she, I don't care. I don't trust men. Mm-hmm. I think God's a woman. Why you think so many men want to act like women?
Damn, he said, why do so many men want to act like women, then pointed at him because he's gay. One thing he said that had me tripping, right? First of all, to have the audacity to say that because our curriculum is run by white people, that's why we can't read. I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying not to yell. I am so tired of hearing ignorant ass black people talk in front of the whole world. First of all, you live in fucking America. You're an American. How the fuck you been here for over 800 motherfucking years and you still don't know how to speak fucking English? You don't know how to read. You're learning English right along with white people in the same fucking school. So if you can't seem to learn how to fucking read as a race, what the fuck is wrong with your brain? Yeah, I know the way that I'm talking is inappropriate, is considered. I don't give a fuck how I sound right now because I can't believe what I'm hearing. Oh, the old curriculum is why y'all can't read. You can't fucking read today because a lot of you have shitty ass parents. Your parents can't read. Your parents can't read. Your parents didn't read books to you. They didn't get you a fucking tutor and you didn't pay attention in school. That's why so many of y'all motherfucking asses cannot read. I know how to read. My mother read Dr. Seuss books to me. I paid attention in class and I learned how to fucking read. Right along with white kids, side by side. Do you know how you fucking sound? You have racist people who swear to God that we have a low fucking IQ and that we're not evolved like other groups. And then you get on public platforms saying, we can't read because of the old curriculum from 20 years ago. Baby, millennials, we know how to read. Gen Z and Gen Alpha cannot fucking read. They can't even read cursive. And we were learning the old curriculum 20 something years before they even existed. So what the fuck are you talking about? Just admit a lot of y'all out here cannot fucking read because of bad parenting and not paying attention in school or having fucked up teachers. Instead, y'all always try to find a way to blame the white man. Yeah, it's the white man's curriculum that I can't speak or I can't read English, my first motherfucking language. You're not in Africa. You live in America. English is your first fucking language. Miss me with the slavery shit. We ain't been enslaved and that was hundreds of years ago. English is your first motherfucking language up over here. So if you can't understand or read English, something fucking wrong. Up over here for 800 years and you still don't know how to fucking read or speak English. What the fuck is wrong with you? With you, excuse me. That's the proper way, with you. Some of you. I'm not talking to all of you. I mean, damn. Are you a difference? What's wrong with you? You can sit side by side with white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, Arabic people, Indian people, Chinese people, and they can all learn English and learn how to read the English language, but somehow you can't because of white supremacy. Just shut the fuck up. Shut y'all ignorant motherfucking asses up. I'm so tired of you ignorant ass black people on social media speaking for us and blaming white people as the reason why you can't even understand or read your first motherfucking language. Yeah, and I know how I sound. I'm fully aware. Shut the fuck up. I said what I said. Shit is irritating. Please. And yes, I know Jelaine Maxwell, her nasty ass with the you know who files and stuff and her daddy. But that ain't got nothing to do as to why a lot of y'all out here can't fucking read. Shit. We all went to school together. Some of y'all can read and some of you can't. Stop blaming white people as to why some of you cannot seem to grasp onto reading correctly. Blame your fucking mama or daddy or bad teachers or a mixture of both. Shit, I remember in school how some of y'all was always running around not listening to a damn thing, making us look bad while the other races sat their ass down and behaved. Y'all can try to change the narrative. You won't with me because I actually remember. Okay, so I said what I said, get mad. Now Jay-Z has a beef with Dame Dash. They said Dame Dash just can't stop talking about Jay-Z because he's hurt. He's hurt that Jay-Z became a billionaire and did him dirty. And he said that Rockefeller broke up because of Aaliyah, that she wanted Dame and Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah, got mad and something happened and the stuff just dismantled and stuff like that. Okay? That's what happened. That's what happened. So now Jay-Z just came out going off on Dame Dash through a rap song and Jaguar Wright and a few other people. I would have played it, but because of copyright issue, I don't think I can play what he said because I think there was a music beat playing. But basically, he was calling out Dame Dash and Jaguar Wright and all types of stuff because, you know, they come for him. And he said people think that Dame is jealous of Jay-Z. Leave a heart if you think that Damon Dash is jealous of Jay-Z. Maybe he's just scorned. He's scorned because Jay-Z did him dirty and he can't get over it. You know what my mind is telling me? Dame Dash wants to whoop Jay-Z's ass. He wants to whoop his ass something serious because he can't believe that he crossed him and that he won. That he won. He became a billionaire and he wants to whoop that man's ass. That's all it is, really. That's all it really is. He wants to whoop his ass and he can't get over it. So that's what happened. Okay. So let me show you something that I showed last night because there are new people in here and you might have missed what I talked about regarding Ameri, the R&B singer Ameri.
I was not prepared. The tea was coming. Ameri and her husband hates her, accused her really shady thing. That he also exposed her monthly income. Let's back things up and show off this beautiful wedding photo from her wedding to Lenny Nicholson. The two of them have been married since 2011, y'all. So a really, really long time. But now, sadly, their relationship is coming to a very, very bitter and ugly end. The two of them do share a son together. And something that kind of I found disturbing about like the son and the custody of the son thing is that her soon-to-be ex-husband is only going to get the son every third weekend. I'm sorry, but men like that who want to play like uncle more so than father to their kids are so weird to me. Like, what do you mean you're okay with seeing your kid like once a month, you know, like twice a month, you know, 2 days a month, I should say. Like, that's wild.
So keep that in mind when he tries to come for Ameri's character, because to me that already says all you need to know about him as a person. But I digress. So apparently he was like a manager to her, because he has like a bunch of files and a hard drive containing her music and stuff like that. And apparently he worked on the marketing plan for her music, and he's been ordered to turn that over to her. She gets to keep her businesses, her publishing company, and a 2016 Range Rover as well. The court also ordered for Lenny to pay Ameri $2,300 a month in child support, seeing as she's going to be the one almost single-handedly raising their son while he just pops in and sees him 2 days a month. So her ex-husband is accusing her of stiffing him out of money that he made for her. Like apparently he worked on her marketing plan and stuff like that. She stole the marketing plan and ran with it without him. And she also didn't pay like the royalties, merchandising, blah, blah, that he was allegedly supposed to have been paid from whatever sort of agreement they had about her career. He also says that she bounced on him when he was sick. Apparently he was recovering from surgery. And she said, you know what? I'm not feeling this. We're done. Now take a look at this picture and let me know if you think, what type of work you think Ameri may have had done, because her ex-husband spilled the tea. He said, listen, she paid like $20,000 in cosmetic surgery and trips to Mexico and Jamaica. Like, she's not broke. I shouldn't have to pay her like spousal support at all. To me, she's always pretty much looked the same. So that's why I'm asking y'all that question. Has anything changed about her in your opinion? Or maybe she looks the same because she's done some really good preservational work. Here she is back in the day for reference. So her ex-husband is asking the court for, and I hope you're sitting down, $1.7 million in unpaid commissions, $150,000 in damages for her alleged verbal attacks and emotional distress, spousal support, and more. But listen, I don't think that man is ever going to see that money, because when the judge went through their finances to total up how much money these people actually made, you're going to be quite surprised. Or maybe not, because no offense to Miss Ameri, but she hasn't had a hit in quite a while. Okay, so apparently her monthly income is about $5,735, and his monthly income is $10,000 a month. So how do you ask for like $2 million from somebody who makes $5,000 a month? How do you ask for spousal support from somebody who makes like $5,000 per month? The math is just not mathing. I don't think he's going to get much of what he's asking for at all. Even if the judge rules in his favor, where's the money going to come from? Just asking. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comment section, and don't forget to follow for more videos. Just one thing.
Okay. I showed this last night. I just wanted to share it again. So she makes $5,000 a month. That again might be shocking to some people because she's a singer. But again, Ameri only has like 2 hits, really. She's talented. He makes $10,000 a month. That surprised me because, like I said, I had never heard of this damn man in my entire life. I don't know what the hell he does, but he's making $10,000 a month. And he wants her to give up some money. What does she have in common again that we said? Manager, Wendy Williams, Sherry Shepherd, the list goes on and on. These black women, half black women, all this stuff. Y'all better stop making these men your damn manager. Because over and over and over again, we see that y'all have to keep paying them money, keep dishing out money. Aren't you tired of it? Ameri. Okay. So, I wish her well. I'm surprised she's getting divorced, though. I said again, she had looked really happy. So this is crazy that this has happened. I think she's only been married for maybe like 4 or 5 years. I think. So I hope everything, yep. I said it. Mary J., Sherry Shepherd, Wendy Williams. I mean, Lord. I hope everything works out for her.
I think I figured out where men really come from. Okay, so do you know the story about how the fallen angels procreated with women and then they made the Nephilim? I think when the fallen angels procreated with women, they made men. I think that's how men were born. Because you have to think, everything about them is so ass backwards. They don't think like us. They're very destructive. They lack empathy. They destroy everything they touch. They don't think the way we do. They don't really nurture. I don't think they are of this planet, because you have to think,
God, and even in this man-made Bible, as below, as above. Why would God make the most destructive species in charge of a planet that needs constant nurturing? The animals, the trees, the plants, all of that needs nurturing. But men are so destructive, they're ruining all of it. But women, we naturally nurture. I think this planet was filled with women first, kind of like what we saw in Wonder Woman, kind of. And then when the whole fallen angels thing came in contact with women, I think that's where men came from.
This sounds like an interesting theory, but I'm going to say something that's going to upset some women. I'm so tired of this narrative that women are so fucking peaceful. I've worked around women, and they were nasty bitches, a lot of them. A lot of women, healthcare jobs, any job that women dominate, the women treat other women like shit. Let's keep it all the way real. We're not all loving and, hi, honey, hi, baby, hey, baby, I love you. We're not all like that. Some of us are like that with each other individually. But as a collective species, we're not just all loving. No, we don't go around graping and setting things on fire all the time and truly destroying things. But that doesn't mean that we get along with each other just because we're women. Women be doing some scandalous shit, fucking your man, talking about you, setting you up to get all types of shit, stealing from you, being jealous of you because you look better, all types of shit. I'm just tired of this narrative like we just all get along because we're women. That ain't never been fucking true. Women will backstab you over some dick. Okay? But I get what she's saying though, because women, look, men don't want balance. Men they don't want to be equal with women. They feel because they have a penis, they dominate us in the bed, and they're physically stronger, then we're supposed to submit to them. Even though they're emotional, they're always taking us off the planet, children too, constantly. They're not always in their right mind to make decisions. They live by their ego. They're vengeful. They're a lot of men are destructive. So I'm sure, yeah, you would think, well, why on earth would they have to be in charge of the planet if they're destroying the planet? We need laws in place to protect us against them. They won't hold other men accountable who grape women and children. That's why you don't see the death penalty for grape. All types of stuff. Do I believe that we screwed some aliens from outer space called fallen angels and made a man? No. Every species has the male and female. Other women go through it in different species. The lions, the bears. Why come you think every time you see a animal that's a mama with her kids, she's always alone? You don't never see the man hardly around ever. Okay, some people feel like men are just here to be workers. They're here to work and build the planet, and women are supposed to govern it. Some people feel that way, but it's never going to happen because men will never allow themselves to submit to women. That's why they don't want a woman to be president. They don't like the idea of us bossing them around because their penises get hard, and when they get angry, they feel the need to grape us. So if we're telling them what to do, they get mad and then they want to slap us or grape us and all types of stuff. They can't take the woman being in a position of authority. They feel authority is for a man because he's the head and the leader. It's even in the Bible. Everybody talking about fallen angels and being religious. Your own Bible you follow tells you that a woman is supposed to shut the fuck up in church and that a woman is not allowed to lead no man. That's in the Bible. So one minute you can't say they're fallen angel babies, and then the next minute you're saying praise Jesus and stuff. Well, the Bible you follow literally said that you're supposed to shut the fuck up, submit, and be quiet in the church. I didn't write it. That's what it says. That's what it says. If you want to be a Christian and if you follow that, that's what it says. That's the way it is. It says God, the man, then the woman and kids. So you said women want partnership but not submission. I don't have an issue submitting to my man if he's a good man. I'm supposed to be able to trust him to lead me so that I'm safe and that he won't let nothing happen to me. I'm his baby. I'm the angel. So I need him to take care of me while I kiss on him and bake him some cookies and stuff. I don't have an issue with that if we're lovey-dovey and really happy and everything. But unfortunately, these men are out of order all over the place. They're all over the place, out of order these days. Like, if you want to feel like a woman, how can you feel like a woman if you're not letting the man lead? If you have to do all of that, why would you be with him? Because you have to be smarter than him. I don't want that. I want my man to be smarter than me and to be the head and to love me and make love to me and protect me, and I'm his baby. So, mm, mm, mm. That's not good. The woman is never supposed to be the head. I can't respect that because I like a man that I feel is smart. I need to feel like I got a king. I got a leader. I want to feel safe. I want to feel protected. I can't be that way if I'm making all the decisions. That means I'm smarter than you. That's a problem. I need my man to ask me questions like, "Babe, what do you think about this? How about what do you think?" But at the end of the day, he's like, "Okay, this is what I'm going to do." I don't like being the leader of everything or having to make all the decisions on stuff because I won't respect that man. It's like, damn. I mean, I do want him to give me a voice and to listen to my opinion because I might be stronger in some more areas than him and vice versa. But the average man doesn't want to share equality with women. They don't want to make a peaceful planet because they would have to share the power. They don't want to share the power with women. Unfortunately, they don't. They don't. So, hmm. Speaking, let's see. I think I'm just going to show one more thing real quick and then I'll be live again soon. Let's see something else.
I love it. I love it. I love I I love my life. I really, really, really do. And I just don't have to justify it to anybody. I don't need to convince anybody at all. If you're not convinced, I don't care. I really don't, So that's where things sit with me, girl.
And the thing about it is, anybody who's like, why have to repeat it so much if it's true? Because it's never been said before.
That's a fact.
It's never been said before.
Yeah,
and there are millions of women who have been waiting to hear someone like you advocate for the lifestyle that you have, for the freedom, for the sense of self, for the sense of safety that you have.
And exactly. And that's another reason why when they say, oh, well, she's trying to convince other women to, follow in her path and not have babies and not get married. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Like I said, whatever floats your boat, go ahead and do that. But for the women who are sitting with those conflicting feelings of, yeah, I kind of agree with Melissa, like the marriage and kids thing, it never really did resonate with me, and I feel pressure. Well, I'm here to give a name to it for you. I'm here to show you what it looks like when you jump across the line and you just embrace your truth. You embrace who you really actually want to be so that you can thrive from that point. You can't thrive when you're in a constant state of flux. You can't thrive when you're in a constant state of confusion of, should I, shouldn't I? Well, this is expected of me, blah, blah, blah. Once you let go of what you believe are everybody else's expectations of you, and you really sit and think to yourself, my life is my gift and I can do what I want with it. And I think that this is what I want with it, whatever that may be. That is the greatest moment in anybody's life. So many of you are trash. I'm sorry. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, for every woman, you cannot win for losing. I swear to God. Like, I left my grays in because guess what? I like them. Sometimes I cover them. Sometimes I don't because I don't give a shit. And there will be people who say, oh my God, look at her. She's aging. I'm turning 50. Yes, I'm aging. Look, it's not that tight anymore. I don't give I love it. I love it. I'm sorry if this makes you mad, but I love it. I love aging. And that's the thing, is that we were lied to. Women were lied to about aging.
Women, you're allowed to like it. If you want to get a nip and a tuck, go fucking get a nip and a tuck. If you don't, you don't. Because guess what? Either way, you're wrong. If you get a nip and a tuck and you cover the gray, why don't you love yourself? If you don't, well, you should do some work because you should at least cover the gray. Off. Leave us alone. That's what women mean when we say leave us alone. Stop putting so many rules on us. Stop creating this, this unattainable standard. You keep moving the goalpost based on what you think is important, what you want, what your desire is connected to. Your goalpost. I don't care. And trust me, I'm not trying to convince anybody to get married, to not get married, to have kids, to not have kids. Do what you want with the gift of your life. Whatever makes you happy, do it. But if you want some advice from a woman who has lived an extraordinarily full life and, just might have a little anecdote or two that might help you work through, I don't know, some difficulty that you're having in your current circumstances, maybe I'm the one. Maybe Michelle Obama's the one. Maybe Sham is the one. Maybe Tracy Ellis Ross is the one. Whatever. But I'm not, in no way, shape, or form am I upset because I never got married and I never had kids. I promise you, if I wanted those things, they would have happened 5 times over. They just would have. And I really didn't want it enough. I never imagined myself getting married with the dress and romanticize the whole wedding process. Never. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that I witnessed domestic violence really early in life. It's not important. It's just not important to me,
You're really eating. You really are. I want to ask about that because one of the main comments that people were making online was, Melissa's one of those textbook women who, now that she's past her prime and she hasn't found a mate, is now angry and she's trying to poison the minds of young girls who are in their prime. I want to say something verbally that I'm not saying in any type of coddly or fake way.
Yeah.
You are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You are stunning. You are vibrant. Your body is hot. Your tits are tea. I got to put the microphone on and I saw, I said, these are some amazing boobs. Like, not that you need any of that, but I'm just saying that to say is that we're not talking about you in particular. We're talking about the objective opinion that women over a certain age have lost value.
Yeah.
And so now, if they haven't found a partner during their deemed valuable age and they're now in this other sector, they're going to be negative and they're going to feel angry because the desire is gone and the opportunities are gone. So this is a form of coping. Can you smooth out for anybody who is confused? Because I love what you just shared of, it wasn't, I'm losing desire, and then I said, F it. There became a point where you said, I don't want your desire.
Yeah, I mean, we probably have very different ideas as to what value actually means, And so if you deem me to have lost value because I'm older, well, that's your prerogative. I don't really care. You're evaluating me on a scale that I don't even recognize. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that my life is not meaningful because our, like what we're using, our methods of calculation are completely different.
I think that she has aged so wonderful. She still looks the same. Melissa still looks the same. I was looking at her eye makeup. Absolutely love her eye makeup. She's embracing her white hair and she's setting it straight. Look, you have Maya, who's beautiful and talented, who says that she doesn't give a damn about getting married or having a husband. She married herself. She loves herself. She's dated some men. She also saw abuse as a child, mistreatment. And that's something that stood out to me that Melissa Ford said. She said that it could be that she witnessed domestic violence early and that really soured her of seeing how men treat women. It didn't make her think like she was missing something with having relationships. And I understand exactly what they are talking about. I understand. I mean, we're all individuals, and not all of us are crying and whining that we're not married, you know? Sometimes you're indoctrinated to believe, a lot you are, that this is what it's supposed to be. This is what the American dream looks like. You go to school, you get a job, you find a man, or you find a man before that, he marries you, you get a home, you have kids. That's not reality. That's not the reality for millions of women and men in this country. It's just not. And don't get me started on the lack of romance. It just doesn't happen for everybody, and not everybody gives a damn. It's not that you're against it. Maya even said if it happens for me, it happens, but it's not something I'm obsessed with. I'm not sweating it. I am okay. People will say, well, what about when you get old? Baby, we're all going to probably end up in the nursing home. You're going to have a nurse just like I'm going to have a nurse. There are a lot of people who have kids and their kids don't even visit them when they're in the nursing home, which is sad as hell, but it happens a lot. Okay? You might have home health aides, or you might end up in the nursing home, or you might not even make it to be old like a good portion of people. So, you know, some people are fine with just living on earth and being done with it. I've completed my earthly mission. I've been on the prison planet. I did my time, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I didn't have to have any children. I'm good. I'm good. I don't feel like I have to have kids to fulfill me. I don't have, I feel like that's a self-esteem thing. Something's wrong where you feel you must have somebody born to make you feel like you meant something or did something. No, I've done enough, and I'm enough. I don't have to make another person to feel like I have purpose. I have plenty of fucking purpose, or I might not want to be fucking bothered raising anybody. Is that okay? For some people, no, it's not okay to say that. So, not everyone needs children. Like I said, I watch the news. Children is not good for everybody. Children can create more mental health problems for people who already had them. Children can be stressful, especially if you cannot afford them. Not only will they be deprived, but it will be a burden on you because you feel bad if you cannot take care of them, or you can't take care of yourself because all your money keeps going to somebody. Not everybody wants to raise another human all over again. You were told you had to by society. Indoctrination. Times are changing, and more women and men are being honest. Like, I honestly don't want no damn kids. I got my little cousins, and I might be an aunt or an uncle or something, but it's just not for everybody. I have plenty of things that fulfill me in life. I help the world. I give to charity. I do things that I love. I have more time for me. I don't care if you call it selfish. So fucking what? It's my life. So, you know, that's how it is. That's how it is for some. So, Melissa is very confident. She is very happy with who she is, and she's not apologizing to anyone. They think, well, you're Melissa Ford. You're the baddest video vixen of history. Why come it just didn't work out that way? And it doesn't work out for everybody. And in some cases, it's not even about if it didn't work out. I'm just living on my own terms and I'm happy. So, shout out to Melissa Ford, you know. Sugar Can Sweet says this is why she looks good, because she doesn't have stress. Also, I done told you so. Thank you for the compliment about my chin. I've never had a compliment on my chin before. Thank you. Okay, so look, everybody, that is it for today's live. I might have more videos like this that's not a live, where I just talk about things that I've seen in the news, just random things on the news stories and stuff like that. Let's just talk about what's happening. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I thank you all so much for stopping by and joining me for this live. I've been live for an hour and 8 minutes. I thank you all, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody. A wonderful night. Bye, everybody. And if you subscribe, Hit the bell for all notifications, because that's the only way you'll know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. And last night I did a surprise live very late at night. That might be happening a lot more too. So you all take care. Bye.